Hello, this is Professor Thad Starner, and today we're going to cover schematics. We're going to cover some simple schematics. We're going to cover resistors, capacitors, diodes, LEDs, and batteries and switches. So let's get started. So if I'm trying to make a simple circuit diagram, there's some basic units I'm going to use. The first one I'm going to use is a battery, and that's just done by these alternating lines, short and long. The short side is the plus side, and the long side is the negative side. So while I don't have to put plus and minus here, it's useful just for this diagram right now. Now this is my battery, and I'm going to label this one as 3 volts. So let me actually make some of these components as I'm drawing this diagram. This is a battery holder for 2 AA batteries. Now with these batteries, the little tip side is the positive side, and the flat side is the negative side. Now, generally with these holders, the spring goes against the flat side. You can even see in the holders, they have a little plus side and a little diagram of how the battery should go in. So now, having put this into the holder, I should be able to get 3 volts off of it. And just playing with my multimeter here, confirming, yes, 3 volts. A little bit higher because they're alkaline batteries. So now, I'm going to continue my circuit diagram. I'm going to come over here and put in a resistor. Now, a resistor is just this squiggly line here. And generally it'll come with a value. In my case, I'm going to put down 270 ohms. So let's go back to our main circuit here. I have 3 volts, 270 ohms, and now I'm going to put into the circuit a LED. Now, let me talk about LEDs for a second. What I'm going to draw here is a diode. And a diode basically allows current to go from through itself in one direction only. So generally, we're going from positive to negative. Now, those are often used for circuit protection, for power supplies. But one of the coolest things is that an LED is a light emitting diode. It's generally labeled with one of these symbols plus the little arrow coming out of it, basically indicating that there are photons coming out of this LED. So, let me pull out one of these things here. Now, notice that the LED has one longer leg and one shorter leg in the package. Now, that indicates which side should be plus and which side should be minus. Remember I said current will only go through one direction. To tell you the truth, I have not read the spec sheet for this LED. I do not know which is positive, which is negative. So we're just going to try and find out. So I'm going to stick it into my breadboard. And I'm going to put my resistor in. Now, you do not want to put an LED directly onto a battery because it'll burn out. An LED that allows too much current to go through it will burn out very quickly. So I'm putting this resistor in there to keep it from burning out too quickly. So put that there. And now I'm going to test the thing out. Let's see if I got it the right way. Nope, I did not. Okay, so that's obviously, see, the long end is not positive, so it has to be negative. So I'm going to flip it around. I'll try this again. There we go. And my LED lights. Okay, so that is the first circuit we're going to do, going from a schematic to an actual breadboard, an actually working circuit. I'm going to make this a little bit more complex. Let's take a look at adding a switch. Now, on a schematic, a switch is a relatively simple thing. Start with my battery again. I'll just label as 3 volts. I have one terminal, and I have a line segment that's open. And that's it. So all I've done now is add a switch to it, and it can be any sort of switch. Just a simple wall switch is a good example. We'll talk more about switches later. For now, my switch is just simply me touching the lead to the battery lead to the lead of the resistor. Okay. Now, this is what this is all you need for some basic circuits. We'll see some stuff later on resonance circuits and on a circuitry that has cycles to it. And I think we've covered everything for your first schematic circuit making. Okay, see you next time.